Hey guys, it's Kendall. Welcome back to my channel. We're just going to jump right into it. So I'm starting off with a slip knot and I'm going to chain 29. Then once I finish that, I'm going to turn my work, skip the first chain, and I'm working with half double crochet. So I'm going to half double crochet into the first loop away from the hook. So that's basically just skipping one and continuing all the way across with my half double crochets, and that's basically the pattern, guys. We're just going to turn our work back and forth and half double crochet the opposite way in which we came. So again, here it is. We have made it to the end. I'm going to half double crochet into that last chain, and I just like to take the tail end along with me just to kind of weave it in so it's not hanging out for my customers. Then I'm just going to wrap my yarn around again with my half double crochet, or preparing for my half double crochet, and I'm going to skip the first chain and go into that second one there away from the hook and just continue on down to the left, the opposite way in which we came, with more half double crochets. And I'm just going to continue or finish with this pattern all the way until I get to the top, skipping that first one and doing my half double crochet. Alright, so hopefully you have something like this, just a really big triangle. But we do want to clean up those sides, so you can do a half double crochet down. You can also do a single crochet. It really doesn't matter, just as long as you clean up those raggedy ends. And for me, I'm going to do all the way down, across, and then back up, and then I'm going to continue all the way up with a slip stitch and make the necktie that is going to connect this cup to the other side around your neck. So here I'm just showing you the pattern, or the way in which I'll crochet, just all the way around like I mentioned, and then I'll see you guys at the top. And here we are as promised. So I cleaned up those raggedy ends, and I'm just going to finish off, if I can get my hook in there, finish off with this last stitch, and then I'm just going to wrap my yarn around and pull through. And you could do this about 50 to 75 times, just so it's long enough to tie to the other string. Now we're going to move on to the flower part. So I had a light brown, but you can use a darker brown if you want to. So I'm just going to start off with a slip stitch, and then we are going to chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then again, we're still working with our half double crochet, so we're going to do it into the very first stitch. So skip those 3 and half double crochet into the first stitch that you chained. And this is called the magic circle. So now we are just going to half double crochet into that middle portion, that middle part. You want to make sure that you're not going into any of the chains, that you're continuing to work in that center to create a bigger circle than what it is now. And for me, it doesn't really matter how many times you go around. I guess it will depend on how many petals you want your flower to have. So I believe that mine has somewhere between 12 and 15. So you can half double crochet into the circle between 12 and 15 times. Then once you do that, you're just going to snip the end. And of course, everything that we're doing here, you want to do it 2 times, of course, so that you have 2 cups to cover both of your breasts, and just unless you just like to rock one out. To each her own. So now we're just going to go in for the petals. So start off with another slip knot, and I just like to chain one and pull it really tight to secure it. So this is our last part. We're just going to go into one of those stitches, and you can chain 9. So here you're just going to see me securing that in again so that everything is secure, honey. 2019, we securing the petals, securing the bag, securing the wig, securing everything. So I'm just going to chain 9. Then I'm going to half double crochet back down towards the brown part. I'm just going to give you guys a closer look here so you can see exactly what I'm doing. And again, you can switch it up. You could do a double crochet, half double crochet, single crochet. Here, I think I'm doing just single crochet instead of half double. Sorry about that. But yeah, I'm just going to single crochet back down for the petal. And then I'm going to go all the way around. And like I said, create somewhere between 12 and 15 petals all the way around. So now we have one petal done. So you're just going to slip stitch, or you can slip stitch into the next portion or the next chain, and then just work your way up again, chaining your 9 and then turning your way back around. You want to make sure that you're not going into the same chain for all of the petals. Of course, you want to work your way all the way around so that everything is even, because you will be surprised the teeniest, tiniest details. Some people do notice, and for me, I always feel like I never want to send out anything that I wouldn't wear myself. Okay, and this is the flower. So choose the side that you think looks best, and also depending on how you want the flower to lay, we're just going to leave that edge or leave some string on the end so that we can sew it onto our bralette piece. So you will need a sewing needle. I'm just going to secure that last end again and go in with my sewing needle and weave in and out each side to make sure that the flower is laid down. You don't have to lay the petals down if you don't want to. I also just like to make sure that I'm doing as much branding as I can. So this is my little label that I'm going to put on. And I know you guys are wondering how we're going to connect this to one another. So you can chain just a single crochet chain of between 100 and 150 depending on how big she is, and just weave that in and out of each cup and then tie the 2 together like you see me doing there. And that's it, guys. It's really just that simple. I really love this top. Let me know what you think down in the comments below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.